And we're back for session 8 of the virtual open house. We're going to be making a bouquet of colors and taking a little bit of a deep dive into mixing our mixed media products to create our own sort of color palette. We're going to take a close look at the awesome neon polishes from Cosmic Shimmer and different ways to use them, because I feel like these bright neon polishes, just like the shocking pink neon polish from our virtual open house kit, people might tend to shy away from them because they are so highlighter bright. And we definitely can get that highlighter bright look from these polishes, but we can also do some really fun, softer colors. As with all of the water-based products from Cosmic Shimmer, we can add water, more water, less water to get a different saturation of color with these products and really get some gorgeous different looks just from one single product. So we really want to teach you guys how to make the most out of your mixed media stash. So why don't I flip us over and we will kind of dive into it. So just a reminder, we will be making our session 8 card from the virtual open house kit here. But first we want to play a little bit. We want to take a look and play and learn the technique before we do it on our card. So here I've just got a scrap piece of cardstock, and we will take a look. We'll take a look at just mixing our mixed media, I suppose, is the way I will put it. So kind of similar to what we did for creating our rainbow in day 1. If you guys were around for that, I see lots of the same names today. I'm happy you guys are back for day 2. I'm going to open up my shocking pink polish, and with a palette knife, with your brush, whatever you want. Again, we can use a little paint palette if we want. But we can also just use our craft mat. You'll notice I do have my washable craft mat down just to try and, keep things a little cleaner. So we've got our shocking pink polish there, and you will see here I've got some samples of the rest of the neon polish colors, how bright they are. And we really can get, look at these highlighter bright colors. We really can get that bright effect by applying them directly with our applicator, full product. Here, let's do a little swipe. This is the Rio Red, which is really fun. So by using the applicator and applying a fairly thick coat, we can get that really, really bright neon color. Oh, look at that. Look at that color. So cool. And then the electric green can look really pretty for some nice, shocking, bright elements. Look at that. It just screams electric. What is it? Absinthe green is the color. So let's apply that and just have a look. Look at that bright color. So we know that this is what the product can do, applied as intended as a neon polish, but I also want to look at, which is so nice on embossing folders, all different kinds of fun stuff to bring different elements to life. Here's some of the samples here. There's a bright yellow, the absinthe green. We've got the Bahama blue there. There's our shocking pink in that really bright pink color, and then the lava orange, which I absolutely love. It's a really pretty orange, bright orange. So we can get that bright look from these products, but by adding a little bit of water to our brush or what have you. Here, let's do our shocking pink. Let's add, I've just got a little container of water here that we can soak our brush, our applicator in, wring it out. And we can always apply a really lovely light coat from any of our polishes. We can do this with. Look at that nice soft pink versus if we apply the thicker neon coat. There you have it. So I want you guys to know to play around with your different mixed media products, apply them in different consistencies, and really make the most of it. Now we can mix the colors together, a really pretty look. I love this soft pink and the soft, what is it, the lava orange. So again, just adding some water to my applicator, getting a light coat. And instead of this thick neon orange, we're just going to do a subtle kind of almost creamsicle peachy swipe mixed with our pink. And how gorgeous is that? A really soft, subtle color. Check that out. So pretty. So here you can see that effect, the mixed swipes of the lava orange and the shocking pink on an embossing folder. Just a beautiful tropical, soft tropical look. So here's a little sample card of, we've used heat embossing with white embossing powder to stamp our stamp, and then tapped over top with our absinthe green and our Bahama blue. So these colors don't show up on the black cardstock so much, but they really get brought to life over top of the stamped white sentiment. And how cool. So there's our neon colors, but again, we can go for a softer look. Here's a little sample card. We've used all of the different neon polishes there, but you wouldn't even know it with those soft pastels in this little flower card. Here's a little reworking. That's using one of the Sue Wilson fresh cut flower dies. So cute. So just some different looks for you to, different ways to use it. And of course you can mix the products together. So for our flowers, let's color them in. If you watch the prep video for the virtual open house kit, you'll have all of these little flowers cut out. So let's color them up so that we can build our card. So I want to start with watering down my shocking pink. Let's do a pink flower first. Water it down. I'm using a water brush here, but you can add any amount of water with just a regular old brush if you want. And just play with it. I want to kind of start a little with a little deeper color on the inside of our petals, more concentrated color. And then lighten it up by adding more water and a little less product as we go to the tips of our flowers, giving a little bit of a gradient. And you can get that effect by just applying another coat of your darker color, of your more saturated, less watered down color to the center of your flower. Do you see how that's kind of blending out a bit? We'll just continue to do it with all of our petals. Adding more water to our brush and less product as we get to the tip to really soften it out and give it a kind of realistic petal look. And you can do any color you want. This is just the color from the virtual open house kit, but you could be using, we'll use our bright sunshine yellow gilding polish here in a second. Just a really pretty look. So it's kind of like watercolor painting with these water-based products. You can do it with any water-based product. Brushing it on and adding more water. I do love the water brush for that, because you just give the water brush a little squeeze and more water comes out onto the tip of your brush. So it's easy to blend out to a lighter, softer look on the tip of the petal. Darker in the center. And washing it out towards the tip. Now we can also add variation to our petals. Let's do for the next one. Let's mix our metallic gilding polish. Let's mix some of that in with our pink and create a gorgeous orange. Yep, this is just regular cardstock. I'm not using, this is our Ecstasy Crafts cardstock. If you guys, that's the cardstock that you have in your virtual open house kit. We also sell it. We've got it on for 25% off if you wanted to stock up on some great heavyweight cardstock. But of course you could be doing this on watercolor paper. The colors are going to absorb a lot faster, and you can get a really great look with that as well. So let's mix our yellow and our orange together. And I sometimes I don't mix it all of the way. I'll still leave some chunks of the yellow and chunks of the pink to kind of get that variation as we swipe on our color, which can be really quite pretty as well. So there's a lovely little orange. And again, lightening as we go towards the tip. Just washing that on. Now what we can do is go back in with a little bit of our pink if we wanted, and layer that on from the center. And swiping it out and creating some nice peach swipes. You can just mix and match all of these. Look at that, quite a tropical look, I would say. Now I will mention, guys, if you had the virtual open house kit and loved working with that, this stamp from the sketched collection, from the woodware collection, we do have them on for 25% off. Check out the full collection. I think you saw Anita use some of the stamps from that woodware collection as well yesterday. So check it out. We've got them on 25% off, tons of savings for all of kind of the stuff we're playing with. We want you to be able to play with it too. Okay, just add in some brushes of pink. There we go, gorgeous. And we'll do the same. We can do just yellow onto our last flower, brush that on. Of course, we could add splatters if we wanted. Using a little stiff brush, could add splatters of, alternating colors to each flower like we've done in the sample card, which is tons of fun. Make it your own. Do what makes you happy. Use the colors that make you happy and come up with a gorgeous, colorful bouquet. So from there, we're just going to attach our flowers onto our card. So we've got our little embossed folder, which we can highlight using some of the Opal Blaze polish. Now, this isn't in your kit, but it's one of my favorite products. So I wanted to just show you how fast and easy it is to use. It's just a little shimmer. You can apply it with your finger, a little sponge applicator, whatever you like, to give a little glinting look onto your, do you see it there when the light catches it? So perfect as we're going into maybe starting to make some Christmas cards. These Opal polishes come in all kinds of colors. You can see how different they look on the whites versus the colored cardstock versus the black. Even though they all look the same in the little containers, they all have a different hue of mica mixed in with them. So you can really coordinate maybe any snow tops that you're working with your card. If you want more of a gold, go for the golden blackberry or the gilded avocado. If you want more of an icy blue, go with the teal raspberry or the turquoise peach. A little bit warmer, we've got the sunset orange. So different ways to just add some shimmer to your cards. Absolutely love it. Of course, it comes in the little touch tip tube as well with the built-in applicator. Super easy to add on. Here's our red orange touch tip. And we can just apply it to the little embossed bits or any little element of our card that we so desire. I mean, it doesn't show up great on the on the white, but trust me, as you move it, the flecks of mica just grab it, and it is so much fun to play with and just add really subtle touches to your card. Okay, so let's whip this card together because we've got a draw that we still have to do, guys, before the end of this session. So we're just going to attach our embossed card. I'm going to use a little bit of double-sided tape here. I'm going to attach our embossed card to our card base. There we go. And just finish it off. What's the best thing? To stamp these flowers, we used Versamark, and that is my go-to if I'm using a water-based product. If I'm going to be doing watercolor painting, Versamark's the way to go. Your ink isn't going to run. You can see it stayed nice and crisp after adding all of that water-based product on. Gives us a nice crisp line. We used it to stamp our sentiment as well. I love the VersaFine is my go-to for water-based products. And then if I'm using alcohol markers, like we'll be seeing Lucy Campano use at the last session today at 3 o'clock, my go-to ink for alcohol-based products is our Memento ink in Tuxedo Black. That's my fave for that kind of thing. But I bet she'll have all kinds of tips and tricks. I'm really looking forward to learning from Lucy Campano today at 3 o'clock, the alcohol ink queen. She's going to be showing off so much cool stuff and maybe talking about a new little class we have in the works for you guys. But don't tell her, I already told you. Okay, now where are my foam pads? We're going to attach our sentiment on in the corner with our foam pads. We just mounted that sentiment onto our little black cardstock to give it a little pop, frame it up. Pop that on in the corner. Now we'll layer on our flowers. I'm going to use some foam pads, and I'm just putting them in the center so that my petals still can kind of be manipulated and bent up to really bring it to life. Give it some dimension. Now again, here, I'm putting it on the back because I'm not quite sure where my top one's going to land. I'm putting it on the card base instead of on my card because I want to make sure it gets nice and secured on there. And let's put these ones here. Pull our backing off. Again, popping off the card and just being brought to life. You can have it turn any which way to make them look like individual flowers, even though they're just repeats of the same stamped image. There we go. Bend those petals up a little bit, bring them to life. Don't want to crease them, but we can just manipulate them up a bit. There we go. Look at that. A gorgeous bouquet. I hope you guys enjoyed learning maybe some new ways to use the mixed media products you've got on hand, and check out the line of all of our polishes from Cosmic Shimmer. You can use that coupon code and get 10% off of all of the regular priced polishes if you want to build up your stash. So that does it for session 8. Thanks so much for joining us. As promised, we have another draw for a $25 gift card. And our winner is, drum roll, Sylvie Chadwick. Sylvie, congratulations. Send us a message on Facebook and we will get back to you. Let us know your email or Yeah, you can message us in the direct chat box if you want it, if you don't have Facebook or whatever. Get a hold of us so that we can get you your gift card. Congratulations, Sylvie. So excited to be giving all of these away. You guys can scoop up some of the fun products that we're playing with today. Don't forget our next session. We've got a gift basket draw at the end of our next session. And if you guys can believe it, we have a very special demo by Sue Wilson. She's going to be showing off the newest Christmas collection from her collection. We can't wait to get started on Christmas already. Oh my goodness. Okay, so have fun in the next session and have a great rest of the day. I will catch you guys later. We will be back in 5 minutes for a session with Sue Wilson. Bye, guys.